Welcome back everybody, Bakuzilla here, and today we are going to be taking a look at the S.H.MonsterArts Godzilla 2002.
Hey guys, before I start the video, I just want to say that only a small percentage of viewers are actually subscribed, so if you do end up enjoying the video, make sure to subscribe. It's free and you could always change your mind. Anyways, enjoy the video.
So as always, we're going to be starting off with the painting and sculpting. So for the paint, on this figure, it is basically just a kind of black grayish thing all over. For the claws, the teeth, and the, well, I guess also the claws on the feet, it's kind of this bonish white, which looks really, really nice. The inside of the mouth also looks really good with that nice fleshy red. The spines are a nice white. They're different from the bony white on the teeth and the claws, so it really looks good. It goes all the way down to the tail all the way to the tip. So that's really nice to see. The eyes are a bit fuzzy. This is the reissue, so they're not like the eyes on the older version look really nice. The reissue, I don't know what happened. The eyes look just really, really fuzzy, and they do look up a lot. Like they're not looking straight forward, they're looking up, which is really, really weird. But yeah, I guess it's almost okay. It's not really okay, but anyway, the sculpt, from what I can tell, I have not watched Against Mechagodzilla, but from what I can tell, it does look pretty accurate. Again, this is not the 2003 S.O.S version, so it does not have the chest injury, so it just has a regular chest, which, again, the sculpt, movie accurate, looks pretty good.
Next up, we're going to go look at the articulation, starting off at the head here. So at the head, you can pose his jaw. There's a ball joint in his jaw. Put that in some poses. There's also a joint in his tongue, which I do not want to move because it pops out every time. Anyways, moving on. We have the neck here, which has some ball joints you can move around. And then you got some torso action here. There's this joint. Look at it from behind. There's two joints in the torso, which gives you a bit of motion. And then isn't really any side-to-side action. But yeah, can't really move. Or you can turn a little bit. Next up, we'll move on to the arms. You get a nice 360 joint here. And then you can stretch it out like that. Put it all back together. And then you got a little swivel here at the wrist. For the legs, you get some thigh motion here. You can kick. Bend his knee slightly. It's a range. Then you got a ankle pivot. Can also go up and down. Next up, finally we have the tail, which has a lot of ball joints. All these segments have their own individual motion, except I think until the end, which gets a little bit more scarce. The individual ball joints stop at this one right here. This one right here, that's two of them. And then it goes 2 by 2 by 2 until this last little section here, which is just a whole thing. And that is it for the articulation. As for accessories, this figure does not come with any. For the size comparisons here, we have him next to the Bandai Vinyl Millennium Godzilla, the NECA Godzilla 62, the Robot Spirits RX-78-2 Gundam version anime, the S.H.MonsterArts Godzilla 2019, and finally the S.H. Figuarts Ultraman the animation.
And finally, we are on to my final thoughts and ratings. Starting off with the paint, I will give it a 4 out of 5. The eyes do look too for me to give it that perfect 5. If the eyes were better, it would have probably gotten a perfect 5. But the rest of it, I like the paint. It looks really nice. Like the white spines, the bone white teeth and claws. It just looks all really nice. And I like how the spine color goes all the way down the tail and up. It's really nice, even though the spines on the end of the tail do get really small. They do persist all the way out. So that's really nice to see. And just the coloring on the body also looks nice in general. So yeah, the sculpt I will give a 5 out of 5. I honestly can't find any problems with this sculpt. It looks really nice, very movie accurate from what I can tell, again, because again, I have not watched the movie, but it does look really nice. Movie accurate, good sculpt, 5 out of 5. For the articulation, I will give a 4 out of 5. Some poses are a bit limited because of how the joints are shaped, just because of the mold and sculpt and stuff, but you know, you have to sacrifice some things here and there to get the best figure possible. So yeah, the articulation is good, like really good throughout the figure. Again, some joints are a bit stiff and stuff, but one of my favorite parts is the tail. The tail is extremely poseable. There's so many ball joints, so many ways you can just pose that tail. It is really, really, really nice. And also the shoulders on this Godzilla figure, honestly, are some of the loosest shoulders on a Godzilla figure I've ever seen, and that's not a bad thing, alright? Because Godzilla's shoulders usually are very, very stiff and hard to move. So the fact that these are easy to move are just super, super nice to see, and it's just really refreshing. For the accessories, we don't get any accessories, so I won't give a rating, but I will say that for a figure this price, I did want to see at least something, maybe a breath effect part, just like, I don't know, anything to go with this, because it doesn't come with anything. It was $80, so that kind of blows. But yeah, I guess can't do anything. But for the scale, I will give a 5 out of 5. Again, it is a 6-inch Godzilla figure. Will scale with anything you have, almost anything, but it's in that 6-inch scale, which most things are in that scale, so it should fit with basically anything, so it'll look good with anything, and you should have a happy day posing with other random figures from other series that, again, are in the 6-inch, which, again, most of them are in the 6-inch scale. Sorry. For the final rating, I will give this figure a 4 out of 5, really cutting on the 5 out of 5 side, but it is just a really, really good figure. Again, this is a reissue, not the original. So yeah, I think the only thing I've noticed that's better on the original is the eyes. Everything else seems to be around the same, because the only thing that's different is the paint from the two. So yeah, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, again, 4 out of 5, really good. I have the Kiryu from the same movie, so that's pretty cool. They look great together. If you have any Kiryu or just any Godzilla figure, it'll go perfectly on your shelf. If you're a fan of the two movies with Kiryu, you're going to need this guy, because this guy looks absolutely phenomenal. I'm pretty sure he is the best representation of the 2002 or 2003 Godzilla. The NECA, this is better. This is the superior figure. And yeah, that's all I really have to say. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.